Hello everyone, welcome to the Nerds Archive, and wait a minute, there we go, that's better. And what you can see in front of you here is the Rubbertoe Replicas 11th Dr. Sonic Screwdriver with the Rubbertoe Replicas Custom Mark 1 Sonic Screwdriver. And today we're going to be doing a review on both of them and comparing them.
Okay, so here we are. These are such treasures. These are such little beauties. I love these. I know I say this a lot now. I've had this Sonic here for over a year. Had this one now for... It feels like no time at all, but it's got to have been a month or two, couple of weeks. Oh God, I'm terrible with my memory. But so here they are. These are just two treasures you can grab from Rubbertoe Replicas. Man, okay, we're going to start with we'll start with this one, the first one. Now, before this, I did have the CT, and well, I sold it when I was able to get my hands on one of these, and I didn't sell it because it was rubbish or anything like that. Anyone out there who's got a CT, that's great, but the reason why I sold mine was because I spent a lot of money transforming it into this. You know, I changed the LED so it was green like this one, and I just felt like I'd lost a lot of the quirks that make the CT what it is. You know, I could no longer change the emitter around, and I just wanted one that I could flick, and the clack was great, but this has, like I've said before, that certain rattle that just makes it feel more closer to the prop itself, on top of course being made by the man himself. So here we go. There it is, that beautiful flick. You can see the cores there. I was sort of cursing the window for casting a light over this, but it sort of aids in seeing the swirls, doesn't it? You see all the swirls? I'm sorry as well, I'll try and hold it there so you can... I apologise as well if I go off camera. I don't have the best filming equipment, so I'm sort of improvising. I also apologise for the filming space as well. So just get that out of the way. So you can tell as well from the first videos, my handle has started to yellow. It started to yellow, guys. It's also started to get the... You gonna focus? You gonna focus? It started to get its couple of black specks from just being handled over time where the dirt gets in, which is all normal, all perfectly fine. I love that. It's because you can see that's what I'm just trying to alter the light for you all. That's what the wand company was trying to create, was the dirt effect afterwards. Also the stitching is perfect. The stitching on both is perfect. And just there you go. The grub screws that aren't grub screws, guys. I keep telling people this Sonic is built to represent what was screen accurate. Right, and back then the Sonic was held together with nothing but grub screws. All the grub screws that you see in this Sonic, you see one there, I think except for these ones. I think these ones are actually used to unscrew, then I could be wrong, but the majority of grub screws on this thing are just superficial, guys. They're just there for the people that care about on-screen accuracy. It has, I just love as well how the light only, like, you know, you see its true effect at the top, which is accurate, you know, which is accurate. Something I always wanted the toys to do, but end of the day, it's a toy. You can't be too fussed about that. And yes, both Sonics do this. So yeah, so as I say, all the grub screws on this Sonic are just completely superficial. They're just there for people that care about screen accuracy. That is not the case, however, on this. You can see in the emitter, there are no grub screws. I apologise for the dogs barking. But yeah, so all the grub screws are just superficial. So you can see here, they're just there for the people that, you know, where screen accuracy is the main thing of all things for collectors. And that's why the grub screws exist here. But as I've said before, the way how Nick makes this Sonic, you know, when I've said that this Sonic is truly his baby, he's nurtured it and just advanced on how he creates it to the point where now, I mean, if he's able to create these customs for fun, and they truly highlight when screen accuracy isn't what he's going for. They truly highlight just the skill and how they've improved alone. Like, because you can see here, there is no grub screw in the emitter because now they're screw thread. These are both made the same way. They're both screw thread. Here you can see there are no grub screws because I think these are what screw out to separate the claws itself. I'm not too sure how they're put together. You'd have to ask wiser men than me, but you can truly see just how they've changed. However, I say all this, there is on mine this little grub screw thing here. Though I have seen people who have shown me theirs and they've not had this. So I'm not sure what that is. It could just have been a mistake in the creation of this black pommel. There is something that resembles a screw on the inside, if you can see. I can't get it any closer because then it'll just fail. But well, I don't mind that it's there. It just gives it something that resembles, it resembles the. One sec. Focus. It just gives us something that resembles the grub screw. It just makes mine a little bit more unique. So if ever one day someone steals this, I can just go around and go, that's mine. But yeah, I have started to wear white gloves with mine, and that's simply because, right, well, for one, with this one, I don't want to waste the polish because this Sonic does tarnish very quickly. I'm just going to mess with the light again. Do that. They do tarnish very quickly, especially where it's all copper. And especially this handle here, this handle dirties very quickly. The 11th has the button. You can see I have a right treat there from Nick with all the swirls. That is awesome. Love that. Whereas this one does not. Which is something I was looking forward to because the Sonics I've had, the CT and this 11th, had the end caps, and I was very much looking forward to having a Sonic replica that didn't have the end cap. As I said before, so I'm just winging this, guys. There is no script, so if I end up repeating myself, I'm sorry. But yeah, so the LED just like to put the end on both, which is awesome. They're both, I have got no issues, no worries at all about flicking them. Same again with this one, though this is much lighter, so you don't need to be so heavy with it. Just a nice little simple, and it extends. So obviously, because this one's made of aluminium, it is much more lighter than this one. This one is very heavy. I have heard that the Mark II, which is made out of brass, is the heaviest, but in my opinion, this is the heaviest, and this is just so light. So, and I wear my gloves, sorry. As I say, guys, there is no script. I'm just winging this and just talking to you guys like friends. When I've started wearing the cotton gloves, and that is so this one doesn't tarnish quickly. Also preserves the pommel there, stops it from going yellow faster and getting dirtier, just to keep it going. With this, obviously, you don't need to worry about that because you won't be able to see it get its little specks and whatnot. The only part of this Sonic I can polish is this bit here. Everything here, the inscriptions, the black on the claws, it's all been spray painted. So over time, it will fade away. See, it's really strong as well. I'm upside down, but it will fade away. Which I think doesn't take anything away from the Sonic, guys. It doesn't take anything away from it. It just makes it look more. I mean, it already comes with all these here. You can see all these lines and stuff. It looks like I've been playing with it too much, but that is, if you look in the first video, these were all there. All these little chips and everything, they were all present. Because it just looks like something that's come straight out of the Doctor's pocket during the Time War. It is a beautiful little thing, and for it to lose its inscriptions over time, is cool. I mean, I'd rather keep them on there for as long as I can, But when they fade away, you don't need to worry or panic or feel like your Sonic has lost anything, because it hasn't. And I'm sure if you got in contact with Nick, you know, and just explain what's happened, he'd be more than happy to put them on, knowing Nick. But yeah, don't panic if any of the paint comes away or anything like that. You can see here, mine is starting to come off just from basic claws opening and closing. It scratched some of the paint away. Just don't worry about it, guys. It's a genuine sonic screwdriver that's come out of the doctor's pocket, and you can see the swirls in there, how they come to life. Honest to God, love these things. They're so awesome. So here's the Rubbertoe 11th. You can see it's not going to open. Here's the Mark 1. Oh, it opened a little bit. Okay, well, it opens a little bit, but that's it. If you give it everything. That's it, guys. Maybe it's because it's been handled. But you saw earlier, it won't just open from being held upside down. And it will open a tiny bit. Because like I say, different materials. Different materials mean different things. No issues about flicking either of them. I'd say that this one, you have to give it a bit more energy to flick. So if I just do I'll try this. Just try to do this. Nothing at all. I did not like doing that. But I'll just do the same sort of half-hearted. Nothing. It starts to open a tiny bit. And then I do it with this one. It opens a tad. So you can see it's you don't need to be so full on with the flick with the Mark 1. Just a nice simple, and it's there. And I'll let you listen to the clack. Awesome. Let you listen to the clack on this one. Awesome, I love these. So, with the stands, so put you there. With the 11th Doctor's 2nd edition V2 replica, and just like with the custom, mine just fell apart. Just like with the custom, they come signed by Nick. Now the custom Mark 1 isn't numbered. You can see with this, mine is number 80 of the run. And it comes with this little stand. Now, mine does fall out, however, it's not as if it's something that stands on its side a lot. They do come out. Also, I found that when I turn the LED on and it heats up, it makes it stay in there. I don't know if that's because it's reheating the glue or whatnot. You can have it on its side or standing up. I personally choose to not have it this way, as I'm sure it's fine, but there's just that worry when I open my cabinet that it's going to shake it and then it'll send it flying right over. So I tend to just leave mine sitting nice and securely sideways where it is not going to fall off from just a mere shake. That being said, with the Mark 1 stand, you have no choice. It has to stand up. Just put that in the centre so it's definitely in the shot. It has to stand up. Well, hey, it's doing it, but if I move my arm, it's still doing it. So yeah, it stands up like that, but it's not the safest. If you just wiggle it a little bit, it's not going to do it now because it's going to prove me wrong. Well, I promise that's not secure. I promise that's not secure, even though it's proven otherwise. It doesn't take much for it to just fall off. So, especially in the cabinet, where when it shakes when the door opens, the last thing I want is to see this thing flying over. Or, worst case scenario, they collide into each other. So back when I had my CT, I bought myself this, which is another Rubbertoe replica stand. I bought this, actually not from Nick, from Forbidden Planet. I was so amazed to see it in there, just my random Forbidden Planet shop. At first I thought it was a confession dial, and I thought, I need to have that, a confession dial. And then on closer inspection I realised, oh, it's a sonic screwdriver stand. And I did have my CT, so I thought, oh, nearly dropped it. So I thought, oh, yeah, I'll get that. And for a long time it housed my CT. It is a universal stand. You can see it gets smaller the further you get in. There's different layers to it, so it can hold and support any Sonic from Rubbertoe Replicas, and it will just sit in there really snugly. Looks awesome, and that was how my CT used to stand. And then when my CT went, this was just holding some of my toys. I think it was holding my laser screwdriver. And over time, it just got to the point where it now holds the amazing Mark 1, which really fits because you can see with the Gallifreyan, and it just looks awesome. It looks brilliant. It matches. So yeah, so over time, it went from being the home of my CT to the home of my Mark 1, which I feel is better because it has the Gallifreyan inscriptions on the Sonic, and then the stand itself is one massive Gallifreyan inscription. So it looks amazing. I'm sorry as well. Try and just centre it just in case. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, guys. I am just winging this. There is no script. There's no nothing. I'm just going to stick it all together and hope for the best. So yeah, for the main comparison itself, guys, just try and... The leather on both is just beautiful, and there's something different about, like, with this, the leather seems close together, whereas this, it's more spaced out. It's beautiful. The pommels, there's the grub screws, if you want to count that one as a grub screw. There is no end cap on the Mark 1. There it is. Up to the top, you can see here. Mess about this. See, it's basically the same dimensions in everything, except for the what you would use your thumb to raise, and you can see with the copper bullets as well. And with these, I love these. These are so cool. They just seem so much more, I don't know, just more hands-on, more like boisterous, if that makes sense. And then you have the beautiful emitters there with their wonderful swirls. Where's the button? I am so happy with these. I love everything there is about these. They're just... these Sonics are just my dream. I wanted these so long ago, and I just had to settle for the toys like everybody else. And as I said before, if it wasn't for Rubbertoe Replicas doing what they do, these would just be things that we would only see on the television and only dream of holding in our hands. And they truly, Rubbertoe Replicas and all the team down there, you make dreams come true, guys. These are just incredible. The swirls as well, I was incredibly lucky with the swirls. That's awesome. That's my favourite. And the mirror itself. I just can't believe I own these guys. They're beautiful. They are beautiful. I love how this has this sort of marble / glossy effect, and then when you activate it, it just becomes something different. Like this side here, like for instance, look at that. It just looks like waves in space, if that makes any sense. Waves in space. The Northern Lights. It's amazing. It truly is. It's a work that they are both works of art. They are both just out of this world. They're elegant / hands-on. You know, I find it so hard to fault them. I don't know what would have to be wrong with you to find any fault with these. I mean, end of the day, right? They are prop replicas. These are not toys. So sooner or later, something will go wrong. You know, something will go wrong, whether it be the CT or the Rubbertoe, especially because people buy them simply because they want to play with something that looks like the real thing. I think any prop replica is best preserved when you look after it, guys. You know, you need to take care of them. I mean, yeah, the person who builds them, whoever it may be, is creating something amazing, and then it's down to you to look after that. You can't be rough with it. You have to look after it. But accidents do happen, things do happen, whether it be, you know, you drop them, or you smash them into a television, or you know, whatnot. And even there are some things that are out of your control that can happen internally. You know, and you sort of want to go to the person, well, you sort of want to buy from the person who can help when these things happen. And that is something that Nick is just incredible at, because the guy has got so much on his plate at the minute. And the fact that he still turns around and, you know, if someone has purchased a Sonic from him and he helps repair them, and even if, say, there's been stories I've heard where people have bought a Sonic screwdriver second hand, and Nick still, because it's his Sonic, he still repairs it for them and modifies them if people ask. The guy is just a living legend, and just, yeah. So you have to sort of, when you purchase the Sonic, take on the responsibility of it as well. It's not a toy. Look after it. Which is why I wear these gloves. If I want a Sonic screwdriver to throw around and chuck about the place, then I'm going to pick up my CO toy. But this is just something that needs to be treasured, looked after, respected, and it will, well, both of these Sonics and any future Sonics I have, including my Rubbertoe 12th, which I can't wait for, are going to have pride of place at the top of my collection. They're going to be, well, they're treated like royalty out of everything I have. And I'm so honoured and so amazed at the fact that I own them and how beautiful they are. And yeah, I'm never going to stop taking pictures and posting these Sonics out there. And I've you know, in the time between me filming the unboxing of this bad boy and filming this video, I've seen people receive Sonic screwdrivers, whether it be their first or just their next one. And there's just something so special about these Sonics when people get them. They get so excited, and they're just seeing the way how it takes their breath away. I know people have been taking the mick out of my reaction, but I don't care. I don't care. These Sonics deserve it. And there's also been people as well who have started up their own YouTube channels, which is amazing. You know, these Sonic screwdrivers, they truly deserve it, guys. They are wonderful. And that's just my moment of rambling. Yeah, they're just so cool. And they're all handmade. I appreciate every single thing about them. And it is also a very dangerous hobby to have, because it will leave you skint. It will leave you skint every time. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. This has just been a little comparison. You can also check out my Instagram as well, guys. It's exactly the same username as my YouTube, the Nerds Archive 96, where there are a sickly amount of these Sonic pictures going around. Just stop by, check them out, give them a like. I appreciate every single one of you guys for following whatever, be it the YouTube or the Instagram. I've made some epic friends while playing around with this channel. I just wanted to buy a Sonic screwdriver, and I got much more than that. Stay safe, stay awesome, stay legends. Yeah, just wow. And remember, guys, Sonic equals sound. #Sonic equals sound. So, see you later, guys. Bye.